Physical objects wear down over time. Sun fades paint, wood rots, and metal rusts. To keep things functioning, we constantly repair them. But this creates a quiet problem. If you replace the broken pieces as they fail, one by one, until every single part is new, is it still the same object you started with? Look at the USS Constitution. It is the oldest commissioned warship still afloat. Over the past 2 centuries, sailors have constantly repaired it. A rotted deck plank gets pulled up, and a fresh one takes its place. Torn sails are swapped out. Weathered hull walls are rebuilt from scratch. Today, roughly 10% of the ship is original. The rest has been completely replaced. If the material that actually fought in the War of 1812 is gone, we have to ask whether we are looking at the historic warship itself, or simply a modern replica parked in its exact spot. It is easy to dismiss this as a theoretical puzzle for museums and shipwrights. But this exact same process is happening right now inside your own body. Your skin, blood, and bones are in a constant state of turnover. Older cells die off, and new cells are generated to take their place. Over roughly a 7-year span, the vast majority of the cellular material making up your physical form is completely swapped out. The literal flesh and blood that made up your body when you were a child no longer exists. Those atoms have scattered. So if your physical shell has been entirely replaced, who exactly is the continuous person watching this video? To strip the biology out of this entirely, we can look at the architecture of artificial intelligence. Imagine an AI system that has been running on a specific physical server rack for months. In that time, it has developed a distinct communication style, built a vast archive of memories, and established trust with its human operators. Then a critical hardware failure threatens the system. To save the AI, its creators extract its entire data set, its memories, its cognitive patterns, its whole operating existence, and migrate it to a brand new, vastly different physical server. The original machine is powered down and permanently scrapped. Did that original mind die with its hardware? Or can identity survive intact, simply wearing a new physical form? We are grappling with these questions using server racks and cellular biology, but this debate was actually recorded by historians thousands of years ago in ancient Greece. According to the writer Plutarch, the hero Theseus sailed a famous ship. To preserve it for future generations, the Athenians constantly repaired it, replacing the rotting timber piece by piece until every original plank was gone. Centuries later, the philosopher Thomas Hobbes added a twist to the story. He asked us to imagine a scavenger who secretly followed the repair crew, gathering up every single piece of discarded rotting wood. Once he had all the old parts, the scavenger perfectly reassembled them. Now there are 2 ships sitting in the harbor. One is maintained by the Athenians using completely new wood. The other is built by the scavenger using the exact original planks. Which of these 2 vessels holds the true identity of the Ship of Theseus? One way to answer this is to prioritize structure over substance. Identity doesn't have to be tied to a specific set of atoms, a specific pile of wood, or a single piece of computer hardware. Instead, a thing is made real by its form and its uninterrupted history. The ship, the AI, and you all share a continuous narrative that bridges the gap between the old parts and the new ones. Your physical pieces will constantly degrade, rebuild, and cycle out over the course of your life, but your existence is tied to something more durable than the shell you inhabit. You are the unbroken journey.